What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and I am back again, finally, after a 2 month hiatus, and the season is almost over. But I'm here to do a review and discussion of Married to Medicine season 5, episode, I believe this is 13, DNA D-Day. Um, and as I've explained on my previous videos, or however these fall in order once I edit and upload, been through some life changes, so I haven't had access to good internet. We finally got good internet. Because I've had to downsize and downgrade my life, which is an adjustment. But God is good through it all. I am a little bit under the weather. I sound worse than I feel. I don't have a fever or anything. I'm just really congested. So I may have an upper respiratory infection or something, or sinus infection with this crazy ass weather. As you know, YouTube has decided to, for little people like me, we got left in the cold. Even if we are legitimate creators, we just don't have enough of an audience for YouTube to make it worth their while to even allow us to monetize with advertisers on our channel. I'm at 228 subscribers. They say you need 1,000, and even if you meet that threshold, they still have to review and consider it. Although I'm constantly creating content, it's just that I had to take a hiatus, not by choice. I just, there were decisions I had to make for my own safety and sanity and preservation. So, yeah, roommates. But either way, I'm blessed, and I just want to talk about Married to Medicine. I'm going to be honest, I kind of hadn't been watching the season because we didn't even have cable. We were just streaming everything through DirecTV Now or whatever, or Hulu. Um, but I have watched like the last couple of episodes, like the Barbados trip, which I thought was very nice. Heavenly did kind of botch it though at the end, so people were mad at her about that and asking those questions. She didn't put herself in a hot seat. But I think overall, the trip was very good. We didn't learn anything about Dr. and Dr. Metcalf. Okay, they ain't proffering nothing. Dr. Contessa and her husband, like, we gonna sit over here and be like the dudes in the Muppet Show and kiki cackle from the back, okay? I see that Quad and her husband are still in a crisis. I just don't think they should be together, quite frankly. I've never been married, but I've been in some relationships where I'm just like, this shit just ain't working, okay? We in breakdown, okay? And our marriage is different because you got papers and stuff you need to sign and stuff you need to separate and break down. At the end of the day, your peace of mind is what is most important. And Quad can stand on her own by herself because she's making money moves. Bodak yellow. I saw some things and I'm just like, and Dr. G, who's going to see Dr. G to be their physician to help them with their mental health? Because he don't seem too stable and able either. First of all, that high-pitched voice, brother, get some bass in it, okay, if you can. Sound like Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants, like he live in Bikini Bottom driving that damn Mini Cooper. I'm just like, you cannot speed off in a Mini Cooper. This ain't the Italian job, Dr. G. But Quad is over. I can tell she just over him. She's like, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. When is he gonna file for divorce? I mean, I don't know what they doing. It's like y'all just need to go y'all separate ways. Everyone is back. Dr. Simone is having a discussion with her college-bound son. And I thought this was hilarious because even as a female, my parents had the discussion with me. They want me to be safe and protect myself, stay STD free, although there are some STDs that a condom will definitely not serve as a barrier for. But either way, it was hilarious because she was like, we want you to enjoy your 4 years of college. So, do we need to go to Costco and get you a box of condoms? Hell, why even ask? Just do like my parents and just hand me a big ass box, okay? That's what you do. Jewel from, I forgot what the name of their reality show was. I didn't like it. I didn't like them. They just got on my nerves. It's one thing to thank and praise the Lord for what you got, but damn, it's another to be braggarts about it. But either way, she's serving as Dr. Heavenly spiritual advisor. This says so much. But I like Dr. Heavenly, so I'm not going to speak too ill about her choices. And maybe Jewel is a good friend and spiritual advisor. But Jewel, I will say this, did tell her that how she handled herself in Barbados was inappropriate. Like, would you really want someone to sit there and ask you those questions? So right is right and wrong is wrong. So Dr. Heavenly received it. So I hope people see that Dr. Heavenly is actually, working on her personal growth and development, becoming a better person. Because it's my understanding that Dr. Heavenly has a tendency to be a mean girl. And also she said something that she said to me over Twitter, because I guess I've been tweeting about her, because I really do like their relationship in a way, because I'm like, some of it I can't do, but I can tell that her husband really loves her and she really loves him. And she told me, it's not perfect, but we're in a good place. And she said that to Jewel as well. So I think that's great. And I said, hell, y'all about the only damn marriage that's really scratching and surviving over here. Curtis and Dr. Jackie. That's my soror, y'all. I don't know it personally, but AKA is an AKA. I don't give a damn. Pinky rings, kiwi. And I love all my sisters, okay? But I just don't know. Married to medicine, gonna be divorced to medicine. I don't know. Dr. Jackie shared with us that Curtis, after they've been in Barbados and some soul searching and all of this, that Curtis gets to move back into the house. Okay, she's gonna let him back in. What I found interesting, and that said everything I needed to know, is that regardless, Curtis, of your ass coming back up in this goddamn house with your sorry ass, me. It's all about me. Her t-shirt said me. So she still chooses me. She chooses herself. I think that's what it meant. I thought it was very appropriate for Curtis' move-in day. She showed him the downstairs guest room. Okay, I'm going to be sleeping down here. Yeah, ninja. Because you don't want out in public embarrassing Dr. Jack. Because you mad. Because you knew you had married a professional, hardworking woman who's an overachiever. Who once she's focused on something, you knew. Who once she's focused on something, you knew. You knew how she was. But your excuse was, I'm neglected. It's all about you. But what about her? And maybe she could have been more available to you. But maybe you should express that a little bit more. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first season I watched since season 1. Because, when I watched it, the white woman was on there. So Curtis was like, well, I'm going to try to follow the rules of the house. What you mean try? You have no choice. You're the one who cheated. You already broke your vows. So if I were you, I would get on the straight and narrow, Curtis. You're lucky Dr. Jackie even let you back in because y'all were on the road to divorce. Just like Cecil and Simone over there. Because he done took money and spent money, but you done bought a Maserati. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Y'all and the people in the money thing, that's why y'all need to get you a joint account and separate accounts. And not even worry about it. Then, here's another thing I wanted to ask. Every time I see these reality stars, this is them driving. Yeah, girl, because I want to talk about how we gonna go. And Georgia don't have hands-free, Bluetooth. And y'all got these nice luxury cars and y'all can't use the Bluetooth in your car. I'm trying to figure that out. Y'all fuck around and wreck camera crew in there. I don't understand. Dr. Heavenly wanted to make up for the disaster that happened in Barbados with her little Q&A night. So they're going to have a DNA reveal party. I said how appropriate for this show to air on the Friday after Black Panther has already been out. But they had the DNA test day that she put together a little party, really nice party. But before that, Quad and Dr. G are part of some couples therapy group, and everyone's sharing how they were and, how they should be, what they should work on. And, Dr. G and Quad, she's like, I've done things to get you to where you need to be, whatever. And he's like, that's what a buddy does. She was like, really, a buddy? I know your buddies and they haven't done half the shit I've done. And I'm like, Dr. G, really? Like, did you really have to take it there? Okay. At some point doing this, I thought the man had a stroke because in the middle of it, because she told him when he put his hands on her, he was like, well, I'm sorry, I apologize. She's like, don't touch me. That's when you know a woman's over your ass. When a woman don't want you to touch her no more, she over you. Okay? So you might as well just get you a pillow and pooch down to one of the many bedrooms you have or the sofa downstairs in the den, whatever. I just don't get Dr. G, but he fell out on the floor. I thought the man was having what is it, a grand mal seizure or a heart attack or a stroke. He started foaming at the mouth and shit. And then come to find out he was just doing it to break the ice and be funny. That shit wasn't cute. And that right there said, if I ever moved to Atlanta, Dr. G would not be my psychiatrist, okay? I don't need you prescribing me any type of medication to help me if I should become in a mental crisis, okay? You in a crisis. Now, we do know that every mental health professional has to have a therapist themselves, but maybe you need to get a new one because you ain't right in the head. And then he talking about how I'm gonna have a baby. How you gonna have a baby? That's why Quad don't want to have a baby with you. You a big baby. Why she want two babies? Okay, we don't need all that. Y'all just need to go to divorce court. The Metcalfs in crises. Maybe I missed this episode because, like I said, I've been missing episodes. But I guess Miss Ray got mad and quit. Donnell Jones' mama quit being a nanny. I said, Lord, the kids ain't got no nanny or nothing, Jesus. They just got their mom and daddy who just trying to build a life. But Contessa really touched me on that. I'm not married. I don't have children. The only thing I have is my little Shih Tzu, Pumpkin. Miss Pumpkin is my child as far as I'm concerned. And I know people think that's the shit I hate. People say we crazy, like Quad and I, for loving our dogs like our kids. But Pumpkin and I have been through some things this past year, so let's just say she's my ride or die. But either way, Dr. Contessa really touched me because I was like, damn, if I ever move to Atlanta, I'm going to go to Dr. Contessa as my primary care physician. But she's made a decision, just like my doctor did many, many years ago, my primary care physician, Dr. Reynolds did. She chose family over her practice. And it's not to say that she won't practice again. In my mind, I was thinking maybe she should have scaled it back to maybe 3 days a week to work. But she says she wants to stay at home and be with the kids. You know, forget having a nanny. Let's just be a hands-on mommy. And I understand how her daughter feels because the dad was like, you know, she really wants her mom here or whatever. My mom was always too busy for me working. She was a school teacher and she just felt like she never could take days off. My stepfather was always at a lot of my plays and stuff like that, but I always wanted my mom. It wasn't until my senior year she kind of got it and kind of started showing up. But before that, she missed a lot of stuff and we didn't have camcorders and, you know, the convenience of the phones and the iPads. But so I can understand. And I was really touched by Dr. Contessa giving up something she loves for even a greater love for her children. So I was touched and was kind of crying at that point. And I love her husband. He's so supportive. And I'm like, well, what kind of doctor are you? Because you probably just as good as your wife. I'm sure y'all tag team like Michelle and Obama. You know, I get that vibe from y'all. And y'all ain't trying to have all your shit out there in the streets either. You my kind of doctors. I'd go to Dr. Jackie as my guy now if I was in Atlanta. The DNA reveal party was a nice setup. I said, look at everybody in their outfits. Look like we going to a Black Panther screening. But Dr. Damon was being difficult about his outfit. He told me he didn't want to wear his outfit. I said, oh, Lord. It was very nice. It was very interesting to see the breakup, and I definitely want to do that because I'm really curious about my heritage. There's no doubt that, of course, I'm African. No doubt my roots are in Africa. But sometimes I wonder if I might have a little Asian, which I wouldn't be surprised. I am from the deep south, and we do know that the Chinese built the railroads down south. And there was a lot of interracial mixing with the Chinese and the black people. That's why you'll see some extremely dark-skinned people with slanted eyes because there's Chinese in them, in their bloodline. Because I have a thing for going to Asia. I do. I've been to Hong Kong, and I want to go back. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to Vietnam. There's some place in Cambodia I want to go visit. So I love pho, and I love Thai food. And I'm talking about that good stuff. I went to a place the other day when I was visiting some friends out in Atlanta, and I said, hell, I know this place authentic pho because these people don't speak a lick of English. Point to what you want. That's kind of how they were. I was like, all right then. What I'm saying is that I'm really curious about my heritage. It was very interesting. I think Dr. Jackie's was very interesting because she said her great-grandfather or somebody is actually white. So it's amazing how a quarter of him is still so strong in her bloodline. A lot of people were in the 70s, but people like Mariah, you know, they definitely have that European look. Who was it? Toya talking about I look European. I was like, girl, no, you look African. All that dunk you got back there. And your facial features, yeah, there's a little bit of European, but it's African. I loved Dr. Contessa's outfit, but for some reason, Quad that was sitting up there looking like, I don't know if that's a traditional African headdress, but Dr. Contessa was cute. Shit, I don't know what you're talking about. And Dr. Contessa also made a good point about that European uh, aspect of us. She was saying that a lot of times that part of the gene pool isn't from a place of love, but then sometimes it might have been. It just depends on how far back your bloodline goes. But many of us know that slavery, there's a lot of intermixing. That's why a lot of us are fair skinned, or we could be dark skinned with extremely nice hair, as they like to say. But all hair is good hair. We've come to that conclusion, and I have the best hair on the planet. I am a 4, honey, and this stuff will gnarl up in a minute. I have major shrinkage. That's why y'all always see me in wigs, because I'm natural underneath it all. But I will throw a wig on in a minute because I ain't got time to be testing products, and my money is short, so judge me all you want, but I love my wigs, honey. But Quad was talking about Contessa's outfit, and I was confused by that because I'm like, what's wrong with her outfit? A lot of the people, like through Zuba, sell these very cute jumpsuits, so I think Quad's just in a miserable place right now. You know, misery loves company, and people will say anything. So we just gonna pray for Quad in her situation because she's not happy. I wouldn't be happy with a man like Dr. G either. I can't do it. So a lot of people in the Twitter fear when Quad threw that shade about Contessa's outfit, they were just like, Quad's just a hater. But again, like I said earlier, Quad's just in a bad place. So we just need to pray for our sister because Dr. G, Squidward, aka Squidward, he gotta go. Now, what I didn't understand during the DNA reveal party, why is it that Toya felt led to bring up a conversation between her and Quad? That would be an A and B conversation. No one else needs to see their way in or out. Why would you bring that up about the taxes and all of that? Next thing I know, they squabbling about how which one of them needs to get a job because they both housewives. But I'm like, technically Quad is working. I don't think at that time they knew about Sister Circle, but you know, she's been trying to create brands. I guess whatever brand, BCBG, I don't know, is it BCB Generation or is that other BCBG? And she's a brand person for, you know, they're going under. And I guess Quad was a little sensitive about it. But either way, I was still trying to figure out, why did Toya feel led to bring that up at the table when everybody was in a good place? But then again, I noticed when they were in New Orleans, Toya did that stuff too when they brought Mariah in or whatever. I just feel like Toya ruined the moment. It was a great moment. Dr. Damon and Dr. Eugene were like, oh hell, here we go. Next thing, they're screaming and hollering all across the table. Again, I just couldn't get why couldn't she hold her comment and tell Quad that, you know, I feel some type of way about what you said. You didn't have to say it across the table. Dr. Eugene stood up though and went straight gangster on the whole group. Because they bleeped it out, and then by using my context clues and Dr. Jackie and what she was saying and Dr. Contessa, I was like, oh, he must have said the N-word, because he said every time we get together we act like a bunch of N-words. And so I'm like, whoa. And Dr. Eugene was not having it. He was like, I know y'all asses for 5 years. I can say what the fuck I want to say. And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. I get what he's saying. You know, y'all are like supposed to be the cream of the crop. And as black people, we try to present ourselves better than what people perceive us to be. And that's a lot to bear on us. Other groups can do it, but we can't. That's just how it is. So I get where everyone was coming from about how it like professionalism. But it did send a shock. Dr. Heavenly talking about, you can't be talking to other people's wives like that. Everybody was like, that's disrespectful. So the men all had a kumbaya moment, come to Jesus. I think Dr. Damon, Dr. Heavenly's husband, was gone. He was like, I'm out on this shit, period. I think he was in the parking lot and gone. But they all, you know, went around about him. telling him he was wrong for that. And he came back and apologized, but he said he really is tired of every time they go somewhere or do everything, it's always a fight. My thing is, you should have checked your wife and told her she shouldn't even brought that mess up at the table to begin with. Next week will be the season finale. I will, of course, try to commentate on that. Thank you guys for listening. This isn't my best interview. Like I said, my voice, I don't know what is going on. Hopefully, I'll have my voice back tomorrow. If not, I'm going to get pho. If y'all don't know what pho is, that's a Vietnamese. Usually it's noodles and beef of some sort. Be sure to make sure they fully cook it because I don't eat partially cooked food. I don't do sushi or sashimi. I will do a deep fried crab roll or something like that. Married to Medicine, comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I definitely want to get my DNA tested because I want to know who I am. And I also want to try to connect with relatives too because my family tree is kind of broken. My mother knew who her father was, but not much about his family. My father, his father was actually adopted. So we don't know who his people are. Or maybe he was adopted by, no, I think they said he was adopted by like some neighbors or something. But I really want to know who my family is. Because I have friends that can trace their family all the way back to the plantations. Hell, some of my friends' family even own the plantations that their families were raised on. That were slaves. Their ancestors were slaves. So, it's just really important to me to find out who is Afia and where do I come from. I'm Mississippi born and Texas raised. My father's out of Memphis, Tennessee. But so I'm Southern all the way, ended up in Southern California. I just really want to know who I am. So let's talk about this episode. What do you think about how Dr. Eugene broke out with the N-word at the table after such a momentous moment? And was it appropriate for Toya to even bring up a conversation between her and Quad? I know we all on this no secrets between the group, but that really wasn't up for a group discussion. Also, do you think it's smart for Dr. Jackie to let Curtis back in? Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And also watch this video. Thumbs it up. Share it with your friends and family. And Diva is out. You've been all that.